Good morning, everyone. So nice to see you today. My name is Eva Medalek. I am a certified high performance coach and a certified diversity and inclusion communicator. And I am so happy to be with you today. And I want to talk about how to set yourself up to win. Most of us do not take the time to be intentional to set ourselves up to win. And that's why our health, our relationships, and our well being is failing. We don't plan, we don't set intentions, and we are not clear on what our priorities are each and every day. So, I want to give you what I call my CPR to jumpstart you to set yourself up to be winning every day. And the C in CPR is clarity. You've got to be clear on what you want, what makes you happy, what you want to accomplish in your day, how effective you want to be, how you want to feel, what your energy level is, so that you can show up on your A game in every area of your life. And what I mean by that is how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you show up on your A game for yourself, for your health, happiness, and well being, it will trickle out to your relationships with others. It will trickle out into the work that you put out in the world because when you feel good, you are able to show up as the best and highest version of yourself. You know, we've all been in situations where we've had to apologize for what we said when we were hungry, or tired, or cranky, or not feeling well in some way, shape, or form. And so, sometimes when we're sick, we're sick. We can't help it. And how do we set ourselves up to have the energy that we need to be the best version of ourselves? So, like I said, there's a CPR formula to this. It starts with clarity. Be clear on what you want, be clear on what makes you happy, be clear on what makes you unhappy. And when you know those things, look for ways to get more of that in your life and be intentional. I think you can see behind me I have, ooh, how do I do this? This way. The word intentional on my wall. A lot of us do not go into our day with intention. A lot of us do not go into conversations, or how can I put this? Disagreements or difficult conversations, whether it's with our spouse or partner, whether it's with our coworkers or colleagues, whether it's with our team members, our employees, with a clear intention. And that's why things can go off the rails. We can show up, when we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants. I like to uh, liken it to a paper bag in the wind. A lot of us are letting the wind carry us and not directing the sails of our own boat. So we're reacting. We're in reacting mode to whatever is happening in the day. So when you're clear on an intention that you want to set for the day, on what you want to accomplish today, what you want to accomplish out of a meeting or a conversation, then you can set yourself up to create win-wins. Now let's go to the P. The P is prioritize. You've got to be clear on what your priorities are. I know a lot of us are really, really busy, and we have a lot of things that we need to accomplish or do in a day. We have that to-do list. I want you to think of it this way. I want you to try this on for size. Set certain priorities for the day. I call them end of day, like what you want to complete by 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. today. What are the things that you need to complete? and be clear on what they are. Is it, sending out a certain amount of emails to people? Is it creating an abstract or an objective or project that you're working on that you want to maybe get the outline done by the end of the day? So say it's that. Maybe you want to create an outline for a project that you're working on by the end of the day. And here's the thing. A lot of other things in life is happening around you throughout the day. And what you find yourself doing is responding and reacting to emails, text, social media, other people's needs, other people's demands. And what happens is your priorities are getting put on the back burner. No, 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 no. This is where the R comes in. You've got to own the responsibility of creating and setting boundaries to protect those priorities that you were clear on that you wanted to accomplish in the day. So the R is for responsibilities. It's your responsibility to protect your priorities. It's your responsibility to set your boundaries, but it's also your responsibility to communicate those boundaries. So what does that look like in real life? The best way to create that is to have time before you start responding and reacting to other people to work on your priorities for the day. So say, for example, you've got this outline that you want to create by the end of the day. You start work at 9 a.m. Get your priorities started or completed first, which means that either from 8 to 9, you take time and set yourself up on what you need to do for that outline for that project. Or if you're in a situation where you're either self-employed or you can start your day however you want, take that first hour is for you to get clear on what you want to accomplish today, for you to prioritize. This is the most important thing I want to get done by the end of the day. This is a second, this is a third, no more than 3. Don't have a to-do list of 10 or 20 things because it's going to feel overwhelming and you're going to feel burnt out. And you want to make sure people know. I mean, if you want to set an away on your emails, like I don't start responding to emails till 10 a.m. or this is the window I have for emails. You want to create what you need to create to support your priorities before you start to consume what other people need from you. I'm going to say that again. You need to create what you need to create to support your vision, your values, your goals, and your priorities before you start responding and reacting to consuming what other people need from you, what other people want from you. So that might mean getting your emails out first. Who do you need things from? Get those written, get those out, get those accomplished. Do what you need to do to set yourself up to win the day. So that's the CPR of that. But there's another thing that I left out that is really, really important, and that's taking care of your health and your energy. And I'm going to say this not as a coach. I'm going to say this as a directive. Don't be that person who snoozes the alarm, jumps out of bed at the last minute, rushes to get ready to be ready for work. You are not setting yourself up to win in that way. Give yourself the time that you need to prepare your mental, your emotional, and your physical energy to tackle the day, to win the day. That's the right word I should be using, to win the day. Do what you need to do to create a morning routine so that you are prepared for the day. A morning routine, did you know this? A morning routine sets you up to be prepared for the day, but it also wipes out 20% of stress that you might feel in the day. 20% of stress. So I want to encourage you to set yourself up to win the day by creating a morning routine. That could be anything that works for you. That could be a 10-minute walk. It could be sitting quietly planning. It could be reading some motivational readings or books or whatever lights you up. It could be movement. It could be body movement. It could be a workout. It could be a meditation. It could be, your favorite drink. It could be maybe not having a nice bite to eat so that you have energy for the day. I know there's some people who aren't breakfast people, so I'm not going to go into that. But find out what will create the mental, emotional, and physical energy that you will need to win your day. And then structure your day in a way that focuses on your priorities once you have clarity around what that is. And maybe that's what you do in the morning. You take the time to plan your day before you jump into everything. But you want to focus on your priorities and you want to set boundaries that protect your priorities. So, for example, nobody knock on my door before 9 a.m. That's a priority. Or if somebody does ask you for something, you can tell them, I am currently working on this, but I will have time to do that later in the day or tomorrow if it's not urgent. I know I used to have the feeling that I had to drop everything to be there for somebody when they asked me for something. I had to answer a text right away. I had to answer an email right away. I had to do that. So I have this system now where I'll skim emails and I'll star the ones that I need to respond to. But my main focus is written down on who I need to reach out to today. So anyway, I hope these tips help. These tips will help you minimize stress, avoid burnout, reduce overwhelm, so that you can be more accomplished and set yourself to win the day and not feel so exhausted at the end of the day, or that your to-do list is so long that you could never die because you'll never get everything done. There was a quote that I use in my talks. It's a Calvin and Hobbes quote, and the cartoon says, God put me on earth to accomplish a certain number of things. And right now I am so far behind that I will never die. It's a funny quote, but it feels so real to a lot of you. I know that. I know that. And so let's get some of those things accomplished. We don't want you feeling far behind. We want you to really be able to accomplish what you need to accomplish and feel like you won the day and set yourself up to win the day instead of setting yourself up to feel like you're behind and you're playing catch up. So that's what I have for you today. I hope it was helpful. Please let me know what you're going to take away from this, what you're going to start implementing in the comments so that I can support you. I can cheer you on. We can cheer each other on. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, evamedilek.com/YouTube. And I will see you all next week. Bye.